What's going on, everyone? It's Great Tyler the One, back for another review. This is my Raw review, the last Raw 4 Extreme Rules. So if you like today's review, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and see else to my channel. So a lot has happened on the last Raw 4 Extremes. We'll get to it right now. I have all my notes right here. I probably remember it by heart, but still, I always have that in my notes. Basically, I'm going to get to the pre-show real quick. The pre-show, nothing really happened with David Lutz on Corey Graves and Scott Stanford. I was just talking about how upcoming stuff that was going to happen. Nothing really interesting there happened, so that's the pre-show. On to the show itself, Randy Orton came out in the beginning. First, he did a recap what happened last week with Randy Orton and Seth Rollins. Randy Orton came out, he was inside a steel cage. He was talking about how Seth Rollins is an idiot for not picking a different stipulation than RKO being banned, because he said he's basically going to just completely demolish Seth Rollins in that case. Seth Rollins came out, he was talking about how Randy Orton is stupid, how he is the best champion or whatever. The Randy Orton basically told him that by the end of the night he's going to RKO him, but before that he's going to RKO everything that moves, basically, which I thought was very interesting to see what he was going to do there, and you'll realize over the 3-hour period that's exactly what he does. I thought that was a good segment between the two. Their last promo against each other for the Fight Extreme Rules, it shows Seth has changed. It just shows that Seth has really changed a lot, like a lot, during his days from S.H.I.E.L.D. now that he's WWE World Heavyweight Champion. It just shows his change. Let's see over my notes. RKOs and blah blah blah. It was advertised about Tough Enough. Then Dean Ambrose came out and he had a match against Luke Harper. It wasn't really a match because they just fought to no contest double count out, which they was fighting in the crowd. Luke Harper was almost about to power bomb him on the area, where the ramp is, that floor, but Dean Ambrose was able to go like tuck and roll basically, and Luke Harper left and Dean Ambrose followed after him. Backstage, Seth was talking to Triple H because he was scared about Randy Orton coming, RKO him out of nowhere. Triple H says blah blah, he'll talk Tough Enough later, and then he'll see Kane when he gets to see him. The New Day comes out to face the Lucha Dragons. No one contended. My bad, guys. Lucha Dragons came out. They faced the New Day. The winners will face Tyson Kidd and Cesaro for WWE Tag Team titles at Extreme Rules, and No One Contenders match. This was a good match, and Kalisto, oh my god, Kalisto is amazing. I mean, I seen him on NXT when he was on there, and when they won the tag titles and whatever. Yeah, this team is amazing. I'm kind of glad that one of the members of the Usos I got was Jimmy or Jay. I forgot which one got injured. I mean, I don't want him to get injured. I don't want those people to get injured. But the fact that they did it, the fact that this will make the Lucha Dragons go into the tag team picture all the way to the fact that they're about to be number one contenders is a good thing, because Kalisto and Sin Cara are amazing. They just work so well together. Hopefully the Ascension will get to that point as well, even though right now they're just doing horrible in the main roster. It's not their fault, it's just they don't know what to do with them. Anyway, New Day won because Xavier was able to hold Kalisto's leg so he wouldn't get in the ring, so that's why the New Day won. So at Extreme Rules, they will be facing Tyson Kidd Cesaro on the kickoff show, which is an hour on WWE Network, which, by the way, is free for the month of April, including Extreme Rules this Sunday. So that's why they won that. They advertised the US title open challenge. Before that, after the match was over, Randy Orton RKO'd Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. I think Kofi Kingston's dead. The way he got that RKO, he hit him. The way he came down was like the neck, then his whole body came down. I don't know what happened to Kofi, but still, RKO was awesome. US Open Challenge was advertised. Did a recap. The Big Show Roman Reigns. Fandango comes out to take on Axel. Let me tell you something about Axel real quick. I like Axel. Ever since, it's funny though. If it wasn't for the Philadelphia crowd, which is my hometown, if it wasn't for the Philadelphia crowd complaining how Axel never got in the match, this would not be his gimmick right now. So fans basically made this gimmick for him. I'm glad that he's actually running with this. What I'm saying to right now, and remember this, guys, a year from now, remember I'm saying this, Curtis Axel better win. They better build him to the point that he's popular enough and a strong enough superstar to win the Royal Rumble, because that would be the biggest payoff ever. What would be the point? And next year's Royal Rumble, he get eliminated first. He better win the whole thing. I'm just saying. They have plenty of time to build him to that main event point between now and the Royal Rumble. They have plenty of time to do that. It's all a matter of what WWE decides to do after that. Basically, Axl lost against Fandango, the real quick match. That was pretty much it. Triple H came out next talking about Tough Enough, basically the same thing that he said on the Breaking News about Tough Enough announcement that they had earlier. It's basically the same exact thing. Then Kane came out saying how he was trying to text him or call, but he never responded. He said he gets sick of Seth Rollins and he was about to resign from the Authority. Seth Rollins came out and says, let him resign, we don't need him anyway. And Kane brought up some good points though. If it wasn't for Kane, remember at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view last year, 2014, Seth Rollins won the Money in the Bank. But remember what happened. If it wasn't for Kane distracting everybody, taking out everybody, holding the ladder for him, Seth Rollins would have never won the Money in the Bank. So if you think about it, if Seth Rollins would have never won, it could have been Kane could have won. And Kane made a good point. They said we really didn't need you. We could have just got Dean Ambrose instead and just blah blah blah. So Kane made some good points. Triple H did it after those two arguments. Triple H basically said at Extreme Rules this Sunday in the Randy Orton Seth Rollins match, Kane would be the doorkeeper or gatekeeper, whichever. I think it's always say gatekeeper, but guardian of the gate. Oh yeah, guardian of the gate. I guess that was he said. So Kane is gonna be guarding the door. He was blocking the door during the whole match between Randy Orton and Seth Rollins. After that, let's see my notes. Yeah, Roman Reigns preview. They had that. And Naomi against Brie Bella. It was a good match for what it was. The Divas are finally getting a chance now in the WWE, so it's good for them. We still don't know. I think I missed the part where they says Paige gonna actually be Extreme Rules or not. I don't remember. And up there we'll get point to as I get to that later. Heath Slater. Backstage, Heath Slater, Eric Rowan. Heath Slater talked about how he was going to face John Cena to US Open Challenge, but got RKO'd by Randy Orton, which made it the count go up to 3. After that, that was pretty much it for that one. Zack Ryder came out against Sheamus, and the match basically never really got started, even though it was still continuing. Sheamus just dominated him, saying how he was puny, whatever. Dolph Ziggler came out. And helped out Zack Ryder, even though Sheamus won the match because of disqualification. You know, at that point, Sheamus, they just gave the match to Sheamus anyway, in my opinion. It was a dull, it was just, I don't see the point of that match. The US Open Challenge was next. They were saying, but before that they announced, which I found out on April 30th, immediately following SmackDown, which is, I think that's a good move that they're, see, that's why SmackDown is important now, so of course I'll review as well on my channel. SmackDown's finally important now. Yeah. Chris Jericho podcast will be back on April 30th, which is next week. And his guest host is going to be Stephanie McMahon, live with Chris Jericho on Thursday. It's not always going to be Monday, which shows that SmackDown is just as important as Raw, which I wanted them to do in the first place. Like I always said, SmackDown should just be a continuation of Raw instead of having its own brand. After the brands, they just go back to Attitude Era Day. Make it literally an exact continuation of Raw, which they've been doing ever since it got moved to Thursday, which I'm glad that they're doing. Let's see, after that, it was John Cena's US Open Challenge. He was facing Kane. It was a pretty good match. At one point, when Kane hit that chokeslam, I thought he was going to win. That didn't turn out to be the case. John Cena won again. Then backstage, John Cena was talking about his victory. Rusev hit him with the chain. And instead of choking, I could have swore he was going to go for the neck, but he had to go with the face, because, you know, he can't choke. Sealed with a chain, Russian chain, I should say, even though it's just still a chain around the neck. That's not PG. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The Miz versus Mizdow match happened before. He was talking about backstage. The Miz versus Mizdow. Basically, The Miz won that one because Summer Rae distracted Damien Sandow, so she betrayed Damien Sandow. This makes me wonder, is Damien Sandow going to actually go back to Damien Sandow since he's not Mizdow anymore? He should go back to Damien Sandow. He's popular enough to be a face now. So I wonder what they're going to do with that. Hopefully we'll find out on Thursday on SmackDown with that. Which, by the way, they announced on Thursday. Look forward to on SmackDown. Ryback will be taking on Rusev. Speaking of Ryback, before I talk about that, they announced a whole Extreme Rules card, which they added a new match to it, which is going to be, besides the kickoff match between tag team titles, it's going to be Seth Rollins, Luke Harper, and Dean Ambrose in a Chicago street fight at Extreme Rules. That should be pretty interesting to see those two go at it. I don't think those two never went at it before, besides, like, really, like, went at it in a match. I know they had a co-match before Raw, but this is gonna be full when there's no rules. This is gonna be pretty interesting, and we look forward. That's one of my most anticipated matches already. They just announced it. Daniel Bryan versus Wade Barrett. I really don't know what's gonna happen with that. I forgot what JBL said. I had to re-look at that. What JBL said about Daniel Bryan, I don't remember. Seth is backstage. Well, before that, Ryback beat Adam Rose in a quick squash match. Then he cell-shocked the guy in the hot dog suit and the banana. He made a joke about that. It was really all that interesting. Seth backstage with Kane. He said he was sorry. He gonna dedicate his match with Dolph Ziggler to him later tonight. The main event with Dolph and Seth basically happens right after that, and I think it was one segment that happened. I just totally forgot what it was. Basically, the main event with Dolph and Seth is now, and it was a good match. Holy crap, those spots! Dolph Ziggler with that DDT made Seth Rollins backflip, and it's just amazing. Now, before I get to anything, I was going to say, earlier today, it was reported on Bleacher Report, which I was going to make a video about. I decided to save for my Raw review. They reportedly said that Seth Rollins' curve stomp is now banned or not going to use it anymore due to the head energy, due to the head, whatever effects on the head, which makes a lot of sense because they're trying to do this to be safe, not because of the move, but because of what's happening right now. If you don't know, Daly's getting sued by these 3 wrestlers. There's just all this stuff. So to avoid any confusion for them, they won't have any any stuff on their case. They decided to ban the curse. Now, we don't know if it's permanently banned or just right now with the case, because it's clearly showed it. Because during the match when Sheamus distracted Dolph Ziggler, Seth Rollins debuted his new move. After he did his powerbomb on the turnbuckle, where he throws him in the turnbuckle, he debuted a new move. I don't know what it's called. It's like a variation of a DDT. Basically hit him, but instead of when the guy goes back, he just did it straight, and he puts his body back. It was a cool move, I will admit. I'm mad that the curve stomp is gone now, but the fact that that move replaced the curve stomp, I'm not that upset anymore. So that's a pretty interesting move. I really did like that move, and that's how Seth Rollins got the victory. Triple H came out saying how the person who's going to win beat Randy Orton and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins took the mic. I thought Triple H was going to kick his ass when he did that, but that didn't happen. Seth Rollins saying how he's going to be the best, blah, blah, blah. And he was about to talk smack against Kane. Kane was about to come out and kick his ass. And the story was trying to stop with Triple H. And the cage was low. I guess Seth Rollins told the cage to lower because he didn't want Kane to get in there. And guess who was waiting for him when the cage got lowered? Randy Orton. Randy Orton just started beating the crap out of Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins tried to escape. Randy Orton pulled his leg back when he was on top of the rope, and he hit that RKO. That was perfect. When he did that replay, he caught so much air up on that RKO. I mean, like, god damn. And the show's end basically with that, and Extreme Rules is this Sunday, and that was the end of Raw. Overall, it was a good go-home show for Raw. There was nothing. The top moments of the night has to be the whole situation with Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, and Kane, in my opinion. The U.S. title match was good. The number 1 contender tag team match was epic. Besides the match Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins, I consider that one match of the night. Specifically because of Kalisto, the number 1 contender match between Kalisto and Sin Cara versus the New Day. That was pretty good, and Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins was also pretty good. So thank you guys for watching my first review of Raw. I know it's my first one, might be a little rough, but hopefully you get used to it. See me next time for my current reviews. Like, the difference between, I'm doing 2 different daily reviews basically. One's of them I just review random stuff on the network, and 2 when they're like current, like Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-views. You get the idea. So when you see me next time, you will be seeing my NXT review for this week's NXT. So thank you for watching. Like my review, make sure to hit that like button. Comment down below if Scott missed any more daily reviews or anything else on my channel in general. This is Scary Tales of One signing off, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.